And we have to go new game to get that to happen. Alright, there we go. So, I don't know if you're familiar with Has-Been Heroes or not. If not, it might get a little bit confusing for you. So now, right now, I need to map out which direction I'm going to go here. We're probably... See, if we go north, we miss out on these two nodes. But if I go south, I can kind of use a candle and miss just one node. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I should be able to go down and then either go here or there. So that's pretty reasonable, I think. So we'll do that, probably. We'll probably do that. We'll see. Maybe there'll be a decision I'll have to make here. Oh, we have a spell vendor there right away, or a locksmith. Getting that spell vendor would be really good, actually, for that ability. That kind of pushes me north. I think I'd rather do that than the locksmith. So, yeah, let's do that. I'll get a spell right off the bat for my mage type, my bard. And this is still kind of a fresh game, so we're not going to see a whole lot of news, well, we're not going to see a whole lot of stuff that I've got already. This particular spell summons a water bomb. So I guess that's going to soak more things because it's in that slot for that guy. We actually need to hit a battle here. This is kind of a bad place for a stamina camp. Nothing there. We're going to go up and around anyways, just in case. Another spell vendor, that really kind of stinks because there's no way we'll be able to afford to buy a spell here. So that's just unfortunate. 200 gold is more than we have. So that's just kind of unfortunate. Wow, we're hitting all kinds of silliness and no battles. We kind of need to hit a battle here. Should we use a candle on this altar? I think we need to save the candle right now. So I'm not going to use this altar. The altars are random. Sometimes they're bad things. Most of the time they're good things. So you have to be really careful with those altars. And at the beginning of the game, it's really not worth it for us. So with the game, each of the characters have different attacks, and so you can see the two green right next to our guy there. That's a stamina, and if the stamina is above, basically if it's filled up, then you don't do damage until you empty the stamina out. So you kind of need to match up your attacks versus the stamina, and I've already made a mistake at the top of the lane here. We actually want this 2 stamina guy here. Actually, we're going to do this because I'm going to get this attack right there. And that'll let me put the 2 stamina guy at the top. So you can see how I'm emptying out his stamina. And then once I do that, then I can lay down some of the pain with my big guy there. Once it is that you hit them, after you've done that, gotten their stamina perfect like that, then that actually gets rid of 1 stamina each time. And that makes it a lot easier the next time you're trying to deal with them. We of course also have these spells. I'm not even using my spells right now. I guess I could go ahead and lay down a spell on this lane real quick. I think we actually have to hit it to make it do things. If I remember right. Yeah, we actually have to hit it, so we're going to hit that thing with water. Big fan of this game. I mean, it's just, I think that it's really one of those things where once you figure it out, it really is enjoyable. I could really see myself actually trying to get every single item in this game. I'm not sure how long that would take, though. I'm sure it would take quite a while to do that, because it is blind reveal mechanics. I'm still not sure how to get all the characters in the game either, so I don't know if there's a guide out there I should be reading. Probably. I think we're about to finish that early. If you finish it early, you get a little bit extra cash. Spell Gambler, I'm not really, especially early in the game, you pretty much, Spell Gambler's pretty bad for us, so we don't want to do that. Okay, so we finished the game a couple of times. This is our first 7 stamina enemy at the top, so it's just more math, right? So we can double this guy's attacks and then hit him for 3 more, and then we're right where we need to be to deal with them, right? Let's actually leave everybody in lane, and then I'll do this. Sure, that's fine. And then I think that should work. Yeah, there we go. Trying to move things along quickly. It'd be really easy to stall out the games and kind of drag things on, because you can pause the game indefinitely. So it's one of those things where I'm always trying to speed things along, but you could definitely get yourself into a place where you're kind of like in what we like to call analysis paralysis, right? That guy looks like he needs to go there. I think maybe it would be interesting if in the future they put a timer on how long you get to actually piddle around with your squad. I feel like I'd be quick enough that it shouldn't make too much of a difference with the way I play the game already, but I don't know, it could, I suppose. Actually, we need that guy on top. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll just leave everybody in lane here. You get into a rhythm for when you first start playing the game, and sometimes you just want to keep swapping lanes, and I think that's another thing that I realized, like getting to a place where I understood where I wanted to have my characters was kind of a big deal. Actually, this guy's going to be next, so we want to keep him there. That kind of sucked. Well, I guess I killed him anyways, but I could have gone worse. Can always hit guys with water, slow them down a little bit. Not that we need to. So yeah, I guess I could do... Yeah, I can get him back there quickly enough. Move her to the middle. And get that guy back there. Of course, this is the first stage, so things are pretty easy going, you know? Not really a lot of stuff going on yet. You guys do anything for Halloween yet this weekend? Halloween's falling on a weird day, so a lot of the, like, I have kids, so we did our costumes, most of our costume stuff already tonight. I've seen some interesting cosplays come through my social media about it. I think also just playing the game, it's kind of like once you get good at it, it's almost like playing an instrument, you know? You just kind of know where everything goes. I once met someone that was like really good at Dr. Mario, and he instantly put it on the hardest level possible. So we could go to this rare merchant if we wanted to burn a candle, but I don't think that that's really worth it at this juncture. We've got some chests over here. It says 2 chests. It says none of them are locked. So that's fine. We'll just go to the chests. Let's get them chests. See what we got here. So that's an item we've already picked up, and it's going to give me faster melee recharge and increased damage, so I definitely want that on my rogue because they have the longest cooldowns on the rogue. You get 3 attacks. You get 2 attacks on your, well, my bard, and then on my, I guess, wrestler guy, he gets 1 attack, but he has the fastest cooldown, so I don't really see myself wanting to do the spell gambler. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit this battle up here. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I swear they do this on purpose every single time. Let's actually send our bomb that direction. And we'll do this. Yeah. So you can see it just regened his stamina and put it right back where it was. I'm going to try to set it off here. Yeah. There we go. That's pretty good. I don't know what that guy's stamina is right now. I feel sometimes like when I'm talking to people about the stamina concept, like it might be a little bit difficult to understand. I know it was for me when I tried this out at PAX South last year. Originally got it on my Switch. It's definitely a good one to have on your Switch if you have one. Of course, I got Disgaea on the Switch and I have barely touched that. My Disgaea 5. So I slowed the guy behind him down because I don't want him to get in front of him. In front of the guy at the top there. Actually, I put the Bard would have been better to have at the top there for that one. This guy's got 4, so that's 3 plus 1 is 4. Let's actually flip back to this. This guy is going to be... So I might have made a mistake there by doing that. Because I think that guy that I just hit is going to come back. Oh, no, I got him just in time. Just barely. I think we need this guy to be up here. Yeah. So the thing that you might be tempted to do, another thing is you knock down somebody's stamina and you knock down stamina on guys in multiple lanes at the same time, but you didn't actually use anybody to do any finishing blows, and that puts you in a problematic situation, which is kind of what happened right there. Yeah, that's fine. I'll finish with this guy. Oh, that kind of stinks actually. So we need to move this guy down here. We'll double her attacks. Tons of attacks there. If you get behind the guys on their lane, then you actually do damage to them on the return. So that's another little tactical thing you can use to get damage in. You're doing kind of like an area of effect on that lane in a virtual sense, I guess. Let's get the guy behind him slowed down just a tad there. Make sure that we hit the right guy. Yeah. Guy's about to go, so I kind of want to just leave him where he is. I could try to run through. I guess if I ran through that lane, I probably would have just killed this guy outright, honestly, so maybe that would have been better. Yeah, that might have been better, actually. Just go and run through that guy at the top. Not even really using my special abilities.
Double kill.
Just run through that guy. Oh, we can just probably just kill this guy with a spell. We're getting close. Wow, you guys really enjoy this game. I'm very surprised to see so many people watching this, but I really appreciate everyone for hanging out here on this Sunday night. You know, what do you guys think about single-player experiences? We're hearing a lot right now that EA feels like that they're dead. I know that they do a lot better. I'll tell you that much from someone that does a lot of streaming and that sort of stuff. Like, obviously, my normal thing is not this game. Let's go ahead and get some items here. We got Louisum, 145, perfect 2KZ, and then Uric Lee. Wow. I really can't pronounce that one. Oops, that was a mistake. Well, we didn't actually know what that one was anyway, so I guess that's not that big of a deal. Alright, let's go to the boss. So you got, every stage is one of 2 different stages and one of 2 different bosses. So we fought this one a couple of times. This is one of the easiest ones, of course. So you have to get their stamina perfectly down, otherwise you will not be able to do anything to these bosses. So that's kind of the key on these guys. We do have a guy that can steal all of this guy's stamina too, though. So what we can do is we can do this, steal all of his stamina, then just go straight in. And he's also got these ghosts. The ghosts reach you, they're going to hit your guys, and you don't want to do that, if possible. Okay, so he's in the wrong lane for us to be able to deal with him. Hopefully my guy can wake up fast. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Something like that, I guess. We can also use water on those guys if we need to hit them. The guy, like, we can smack this guy, so that way I can go straight through to the boss, get that damage in on him, and he just happened to teleport to the right lane for me, I guess. The trick with the ghosts on this guy is just make sure that you're coming back through them, because they only have 1 hit point anyways, so yeah. So like I can just get rid of a lot of them this way. Although I may not actually want to. Yeah, I think I'd rather actually just hit these and then there we go. That's not too bad. We can do that and get some good value here. So you can see I hit him again. His stamina, I hit him with 3 attacks, he only had 2 stamina, so that didn't really do what we needed there. Let's go ahead and do that. Just get the damage in there, and hopefully he'll stay put here. There we go, we got lucky. He moves pretty quick, so it's quick like a cat. Just gonna wait. There we go. So now he has no stamina left and he's free for all. Just damage, any damage you put on him is straight to the face. In fact, I can go ahead and increase her damage. There we go. Run through that guy to kill him. Let's see here. I guess we could do some water damage on him. I'm just gonna throw that in the middle, just because. Let's see. So we need to run through a bunch of these guys in the middle. Clear out the middle there. I'm gonna do this to clear it out.
Double kill.
So pretty easy on this guy. Pretty not that involving as far as the amount of thought you have to put into what's going on. He's gonna change? Yeah, that was a mistake. Should have left my guy where he was. He changes lanes basically every time he gets hit, so. There, we got our key. Some money and a key. And we're up to 4 candles. I'm not sure where I think we might have got a candle there too. So the candles you use to go to backtrack. If you don't have a candle, then you lose automatically. So, and they're also used at that shrine that we went to where we decided not to use it. So we're gonna map it out again at the beginning here. So let's see, where's my mouse? There's my mouse pointer. So had a battle to the north. We might want to, yeah, we'll probably just go this direction, come down here, go, maybe do this, and then, it's always one of those things. We're trying to hit as many nodes as we can before we get to the boss. So maybe I should try to, if I go up north and then come back down around, I can do that. And then that actually works out pretty well. That actually works out really well. So yeah, we're going to go up north, do a thing where we go around this way. We can either go around this way. We'll have to use a candle here, but that's fine. That's not too bad. 1 candle's fine on per world. That's fine. So that's what we'll do. All right. And we got plenty of money now too, so we don't have to worry about that. We have enough money. It's always good to have at least 200 gold, so that way in case you run across a spell vendor, you can buy a spell. It's always nice. It always feels good when you can upgrade those spells. Getting items is good too, but definitely doesn't feel as good as getting spells. So let's go ahead and just start that off there. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's fine. And I think that's close enough. Right?
Double kill.
Hit the guy in the top lane. I didn't really want to hit that guy, but... So you can't hit them unless they're on the ground. So if they're airborne, you can't hit them. Your guy will not run at them. So that's just something to keep in mind. Here we're going to use our doubling spell just to get the extra stamina off that guy. So we need to start whittling him down. Move our rogue all the way to the top lane and start working on that guy. And that's good. Maybe hit that guy with some water. That's fine. You can run him through the middle lane. We could probably kill that guy there without actually too much effort. Without actually doing too much. There are times, so if they're stunned and they run into your guys, they won't actually hit your guys. They'll just bounce off of them, which can be a tactic when they're getting really close to your guys. Obviously, we don't want them to get across the field, so maybe it has a little bit of call that? Tower defense in that way, kind of, or has a kind of a tower defense-y kind of a thing that going on there. Although I guess we aren't really setting up towers, so not so much tower defense. Let's double those attacks. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we do have to be aware that that guy can freeze all of our dudes, and that would be really bad, so we don't want him to let him get all the way over here. We're going to want to hit him with some water. Bam. When they're frozen, when the enemies are frozen, it's as if they were stamina depleted, so we can actually, all the damage goes straight to them. To their actual person, I guess, as it were. So that might have been the bad choice to make there, honestly, just because now I have to wait for a full 2 turns to get that guy back. Actually, I'm going to... No, I guess that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Because that'll do that, and now I'm ready to knock him all the way down again. No, maybe not. Let's see here. Okay. Bam. Put some bam on it. Just knocking that stamina down. HP camp. So we actually haven't been hit yet, so this HP camp doesn't do anything for us. So that's always good. I wonder if there's like an achievement where like not being hit is like an achievement. Let's see, we have spell vendor again and a merchant. I think I'd rather get a spell and then come back for the merchant, so let's do that. So, let's see what we pick up here. We might want to put this on this guy again, on our bard. Oh, it's a sword buff thing. Lightning chains further. We don't prolongs freeze duration. I guess I'll throw it on my rogue because it's a buff, and the rogue has the spells recharge faster on her. Yeah, so that's pretty good for the rogue. Buff things faster. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and go for this. Let's get him. Let's get the rogue on the top lane though. I'm just gonna hold off, and then we will just go ahead and buff the guy on top. Bam. We got 2 guys down here. It's too close for me to do anything, so I guess I'll just do that. Okay, now I can run through them and get that damage.
Double kill.
Ooh, that was pretty good. That was good luck. hit him. Just waiting for that shield. If the shield's up, can't kill him, can't do any damage to him, so. So I just know that the plants have no stamina, so I can hit that guy no problems. The other characters, it's kind of a, unless you had to memorize like what they look like, sometimes you gotta wait for that stamina to show on screen to really kind of understand what's going on with them. Nice. Water. Is that it? Nope, we got more. So I'm gonna leave them there. It kind of stinks. Again, showing he's at 2 stamina, so we did no damage to him basically by pulling that attack. Because we went more than the stamina he had. You get a couple of points of damage in after you whittle the stamina down, but you really kind of want to get it just right to take it off of him. There we go. That should probably be it. Let's see, we got a common merchant here. And we don't know what that is, so yeah, I try to buy as many items that are like unknown to me. I don't have anything on my big guy, so I guess I'll try to put it on him. Looks like it might be kind of like a warrior item. It's faster spell charge. So now we have an item that has a chance to give us lightning spells from any spell vendor, and I think the way this works is if they're in the lane, in the center lane, when you're purchasing items, now we just have to keep that in mind, that if we use that guy, no matter what the spell vendor is, we can get lightning from him. Okay, and we want to buy this spell. We need a lightning item on him anyways to do that. Lightning chains further. I think this is a good one too, if I remember right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. We're gonna have an amazing run here. This rare item guy, unfortunately, we will not be able to purchase anything there, which is unfortunate because we don't have that kind of money. So yeah, 100 gold we don't have, but we'll probably see it later. But we've seen the item at least, and it'll be on our list later. So here we're going to use a candle to go through that one. First couple times it warns you when you're using those things. We can use this. I don't know. I don't think we even need it. I still don't think we've even been hit. Looks like somebody needed it for something. The Bard also, that character regens all the health of your guys more than they already get. We can buy this map. We haven't bought it yet, so we'll go ahead and buy this map. So this is going to show us all the merchant locations, which could be useful. So now that'll reveal all those things on future maps, which is good. We really kind of need to build up our gold supplies here, so we need to kill some dudes. So just use the round robin technique here to hit this guy a couple times. So we got some decent damage on him without doing too much there. And bam. Put some bam on it. Go ahead and double this guy. Look at this. I'm going to kill this guy without hardly doing any damage to him at the top of the lane there. Just because I keep running through him using the, what I like to call the round robin technique. It's probably a better name for it, but... go. And we could activate our orbs too. So the orbs let you do your spells again. We really don't need to. Just kind of pushing as much damage as I can in on this guy. This will be fun. Like I've said before, with 4, it's usually best to use the rogue and then the warrior. I think that's the best play because you get it much faster than using the bard or your mage, basically your caster type, because there's lots of different characters in the game, so it's not always going to be a bard per se. Let's go and throw it on that guy. That's kind of where things really start kind of getting complex, is when you are figuring out all your spells and like how you're going to chain them together and get the best bang for the buck on your spells. Another thing that's nice when you first start playing is a lot of your characters have things that just empty out the enemy's stamina, and working with that stuff makes it a fair bit easier. But sometimes you don't have access to those things, but you need characters that have something else. This is probably one of the not so great items. On a longer run, if this was a full run where we were going through like 8 stages, we might consider not even picking this up, because it doesn't do very much. You should not be getting hit anyways, so +2 max stamina doesn't help. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and throw it on probably my rogue. Yeah, I'll throw it on my rogue. It might have been better on my caster type, but I don't know. We're not going to fill up our item slots on this run, so because we're only at like I think either 3 stages or 4 stages, so let's see what we got here. Oh, we need a key. We have a key. And the box gives us 3 more keys, so that's why I like to have about 2. I think 2 is about right when you're buying keys, unless you can get infinite keys. If you can get infinite keys right at the beginning of the game, I like to do that. But 150, it's debatable whether that's going to really help you out. 190, I really don't feel like gambling right now, so I'm not going to gamble. So yeah, not a big fan of the spell vendor or the spell gamblers. I think that I might need to do those in the future to get all the items, but right now we're just trying to make our way through the game, and wasting money on spell gambling is not a great prospect. So I think we hit most all the nodes, if not all of them. Yeah, we basically hit all the nodes, and we know that the first one we could have gone down to is nothing anyway, so pretty good. That was pretty good. Made some good choices on this one. I'm going to go ahead and just do that. And let's go ahead and put that guy. Actually, let's go do that. So there we go. And keep kind of going around in circles there. Let's do a little bit of finagling sometimes to get guys where you want them. That's fine. It gets really confusing in some of the later stages when they throw a ton of dudes at you. It can be really hard to actually just understand and see what's going on the board. That can get a little bit frustrating. Kind of didn't want to hit the guy. I wanted to just clear myself, move myself out of the lane, and there was nothing else to hit, so that's why I did that. So that way I could knock his stamina down. Let's see here. Alright, yep. This should be the end. No, we got 50 seconds left. That's a lot of enemies. Oh, it was silly. There's a way to go faster. I'm just trying to remember what it is. There we go. If you hold the left trigger down, you can go faster. Like right there was basically nothing happening. Having area effects in this game, just like any game, is pretty good bang for your buck. Yeah, pretty much any fantasy game where you have an area effect available, it's going to be a lot of potential damage because you're hitting everybody, and a lot of times that damage doesn't necessarily spread itself out if you're hitting multiple targets. So like if we hit 5 targets and we have 100 damage to just to do to each target, and now we're going to hit 10 targets, we still do 100 damage to those targets. Which, you know, obviously, then every target means more damage output, so more value, right? In games like Blizzard games, where it's like World of Warcraft, they fix things like that, where once your area of effects go to a certain number of things, then it actually diminishes, there's diminishing returns on the spell effect. Just to kind of even things like that out. So there we go. Second boss. Let's see which one we get. This is a new one. This one I really like. This is probably one of my favorite bosses. So we've got 3 different guys that are going to go at 3 different speeds. The one on the bottom goes the fastest. So normally I just kill him first. The one on the top goes the slowest, and he's got a ton of stamina. And then one in the middle goes medium speed. So you kind of just need to make sure you're taking care of him as you can. I'm going to go ahead and use that right off the bat here. And we're going to slow down the one in the middle a little bit, and I'm going to try to knock the stamina down on this bottom guy first. Basically, we're going to focus a lot of our attention on the bottom guy first. And we'll go ahead and empty the guy in the middle. We'll empty his stamina out with this bard here in a minute. Go ahead and do this on the bard now, because now he's going to get some lightning. Right, and then we can do that. The problem is we need the bard at the bottom now. Gotta be pretty quick with the guy on the bottom. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Kind of hesitate to hit the guy on the top. Actually, we need this guy on the bottom now. Let's slow him down just a little bit here, or at least try to. There we go. Just go ahead and do that, I guess. There we go. And now we can just free for all the guy on the bottom. while we're doing that, now we can do a round robin to the top to kind of get some damage on that guy on the top as well. And I'm just working on stunning this guy to start working on his stamina. And we'll go ahead and send that down the middle lane. Let's do that. Actually, the Bard's going to be next. I'm going to work him up top. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Slow this guy down a little bit. And then we should be able to do this and hopefully get some damage on both those guys. No, just the top one. Okay, so we killed the one on the bottom. Actually, we really need to hit this guy in the middle. He's been sitting there for a long time. And we'll go ahead and throw a bunch of attacks on her. Start working on that guy. Actually, he'll be next. Again, the guy with one attack goes the fastest, 2 attacks is a little bit slower, and of course our 3 attack rogue is the slowest. We're getting to a place, okay, good. We got this up, so we're going to go and use that to empty out the rest of this guy's stamina. And then we can knock him back one, and then focus fire the middle guy. And because he's all the way back there now, it's going to take him quite a while to move forward. I think he speeds up a little bit once we get him down to the last one, just to kind of keep us honest, I guess. But at this point, as long as you take care of the guy on the bottom first and kind of you understand where the focus fire needs to be, you're in pretty good shape here. I'm not sure what this guy's stamina looks like, but 1 shouldn't be too much. Yeah, that's what I thought. So he's out of stamina, now it's free for all. I'm going to keep the rogue on the top just to keep whittling this guy down. Yeah, that guy. So I probably should have moved him up to the top because he does those 2 attacks, and that would have been better. So put up top here. And we haven't even really put that much damage on the guy on top, but he's almost already dead if you look at his health bar where it is. Let's see here. So do that. Double those attacks. And he's almost where we need him to be. Once in a while an attack will crit and it'll get through even though they have stamina. That's of course a good feeling when that happens. Yeah. For this guy, we're not gonna... Stamina doesn't matter that much. Because we're just gonna keep whittling away at him. Looks like we got him. If you have a freezing attack, this battle is really easy. There we go. 2 more, and we'll be done with this run. So we gotta think again. So we see that we've got a key vendor here. Now that we've got the map, it shows us some of the nodes on the map. We've got a key vendor here. We've got a shop here and a shop there. So probably, depending on what's here, we'll make a decision if we want to go this direction, because we can... Oh, I guess we could burn a candle there, but I think I would rather just go up and around. Come down this way, go down this way, go over here, and then either that way or that way, something like that. So yeah, that seems pretty good. Let's do it that way. So let's see what we got over here on the right. Item Gambler is not worth it anyways. You guys know my feelings on item gamblers. We've got 3 keys. There's almost no reason to buy a key. We're on the 2nd stage. I could buy like 1 key maybe, and that should set us up with all the keys we need for the rest of this run. So I don't think I'm gonna buy 1 key, but I don't even think I'm gonna use 4 keys honestly before this run's over. Spending 150 right there would have been a really bad choice. So that's another rookie mistake choice this late in the game. Buying a key, spending 150 gold on a key, because that's money that could be going towards a spell, and you kind of really want those spells. Let's do that. Man. There we go, I got him. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, that kind of stinks. So that guy kind of jumped in front of me and screwed up my stamina thing that I was trying to do there. Or I was trying to take away his stamina. Let's go ahead and do that. This kind of stinks. Yeah, I'm not too enthused with that choice there. Actually, I guess we can do that. And that. Yeah, I'll just wait. There we go. That worked out well. Really just putting damage on that guy. I know his stamina is not really going to go down there. Got quite a few guys in the center lane, but they don't have a lot of hit points left. Throw the water attack on that guy. You get a feel for really kind of like how long it's going to take for characters to go when you start really getting good at the game. And you kind of know already like the next move for your party, like who's going to be first. So I'm kind of like jamming on some of these buttons. We're going to run this guy through him because that's going to be enough to kill him. That's pretty good. There we go. Do that and that. And let's see, it'll be that guy. So I could do steal stamina here. Just do that. There we go. The water blade attack. There we go, that's lots of damage. May not even have to take this guy's stamina away to kill him. Yeah. Really not sure where this guy's stamina is at, so I'm just gonna leave my warrior type in the middle there. There's really not a lot of guys at this stage in the game that we have to worry about. There's enough guys we can use this lightning attack here. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'll do that. really, actually, after a while, later on, you get a mage type in the middle that actually has decent attack values, and that's definitely a good feeling when you finally get that. Like, the first couple that they give you that are available are pretty bad. Like, this bard does not that much damage. I think he does like up to 15 damage, which is really not a lot compared to some of the other things. Compared to like 200 damage that the big dude does. We're right at the last one there. So even when they're running away at the very end, you can still kill them. You just have less chance to kill them. So we got a water spell vendor here, but if we go up and around, which we'll hit it anyways, and we've got tons of keys, so we'll just wait to pick up that water spell. Treasure. See, so we don't know what this is. I'm just gonna put it on this guy. It looks like it might be a mage-ish item. Faster melee recharge, spell damage. There we go. Spell damage is good for him. So that's good. That's a good item for him. Spell vendor. Okay, so here's a chance where if I wanted to, I can make this possibly lightning if I put this guy in the middle because of the item he has on him. I feel like I kind of want the water spell though, so this one has a freeze duration. It's looking for a freeze spell, which I don't know if that's ice or if that counts as water. And the only other one is a buff here, so it really just depends. So I'm going to preempt it by putting this guy there. Just see if it's probably going to be a damage spell of some sort. Let's see. That's a portal, which means we're going to move the enemy, which means it's definitely not a... it's definitely not a buff. So poison damage. I mean, I could put this on him. Then we're looking for poison. I guess I can do that. I'm not a big... I don't think this does actual damage if I remember right. This is a portal. It's going to move the target. Okay, it does do damage. It moves them closer, and it does 20 stamina damage. And 50 to 60 water damage, so maybe that might have been better on my mage type anyways, on my bard. And that might have been a bad idea. As you play the game and you discover all the spells, your strategy gets a little bit better where it is that you kind of know what's going on with the spells, but you know, I can only memorize so much stuff, and I don't need to memorize it, so because like once you get it, you have it. So down to 2 keys. I might eat my words on only saying I only need 4 keys. I might eat my words there. Oh, that's a new character at the bottom. At least on this save it is. Alright. Bam. Let's go ahead and send this guy, and then also... we don't want to do that because that'll set him off right away. That worked out really well. I didn't really do a lot of planning. You could have done a lot of planning there to kind of get the same effect that I just got, but it seemed to have worked out pretty well. Okay, so yeah, we're going to run through these guys a couple of times here. So we'll go ahead and slow some of these guys down. Kind of just using the fact that there's a lot of guys in this one lane to just keep running through them. But eventually I'm going to have to start dealing with them. Yeah. And that might be... yeah, probably after this guy goes. we kind of need to start dealing with these guys now. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna double those attacks. Slow this guy down just a little bit. Just a smidge. Oh boy, the guy on the top is worrying me a little bit. Just kill one of these guys. Actually, I can kill one of these guys. We can kill that guy. Bam, he's gone. There we go. So, board state's not amazing, but it's okay. I need to wait here. Actually, you know what? I'll just do this to get one of those stamina off of them. Get the other one. There we go. So let's do that. I'm really kind of watching my spells now because I've got a lot of dudes on the table. So we want to do that. Yeah. Good. Yeah, we might actually lose some stamina here. Probably want that on the bottom. Can't move to the bottom because if I do, I'll run through that thing. So we're just gonna stay in place. I can't, this is like an example of I can't see exactly what's in front of what on the top. I mean, I can see it now, but for a second there I had a hard time. So we're actually gonna do it like that and like this.
Triple kill.
Good combos. And still remember back in the day playing the Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo. top there, actually. This is a little bit of what people were talking about with the game. If you've seen reviews where people have talked about, sometimes I get the good items that I need and sometimes I don't. Like right now we have pretty good spells for what we're doing. And that was another example of it could be hard to see things sometimes. Sometimes it be like that. Yep, so that was a little hairy there, but we got through it just fine. Lightning Spellbender, we kind of wanted that on our guy earlier. So we want poison actually now. So unfortunately the only thing we could get from this guy is lightning, and the item on our guy in the middle is a lightning item. As soon as you go to the Spellbender, no matter what, you get whatever it is he has. Buff the next melee. Okay, so we're definitely throwing that on this guy, because that's going to buff everyone. This is pretty awesome. So this is the default spell on our wrestler guy, Thunderstrike. So now we can buff everyone to remove stamina at the same time, because we have it in slot for our rogue. So it'll buff everyone. So we can basically say no to stamina on lots of enemies right now. 147 gold's not a lot though, and we've got 2 shops to go through, so hopefully we'll get some money on this run over here. Okay, good. So we've got the goblin at the bottom, which we're going to throw a lot of damage on, which will set us back a little bit, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. In fact, I might just use our all new buff everyone with lots of stamina. That may have been a mistake, but yeah, it just knocked him clear across the thing. We're gonna try to pull him back. There we go. We got him back, guys. Yeah, I think that might have been a bad idea, because we're maybe not gonna get the money off of him that we could have gotten now, because now he's across the map there. So probably knocking stamina off of him was a bad idea there. So don't say I won't admit to my own mistakes, that's for sure. I'll definitely say that was a mistake. Yeah, because now he's gone. Okay, we want to take that thing down now, I think. There we go. That's fine. Let's see. Off this guy, do lots of damage. Let's get this guy stunned. That's not really what we want. Let's go ahead and just empty that guy out. I can do it on here. Actually, I kind of messed that up. I should have done my attack, let it go, and then cast a spell so I could have got my thing back right away. It's definitely starting to get harder, right? But it's not like that's not to be expected. We got lots of spells we need to pull back. Alright, there we go. There we go. Lightning Storm, give me some damage. I need it. Whoa, what just happened? Did I kill everything on the top? I killed everything on the board with that one. Wow. Well, that was unexpected to say the least. That was pretty epic for sure. It was a well-deserved epic kill right there, or at least the words epic kill. Did not expect that. Let's go and double those. Oh, that was actually a mistake. Well, oh well. That's fine. I can hit that guy too. So we're kind of just doing our round robin here with this guy at the top. Send that guy in the middle. So we're just kind of waiting for that guy to fall into place where we can hit him. Unfortunately, we can't do our round robin when that's going on. So let's go ahead and do that. Guess I can hit him now. Yeah, that just didn't work out very well, the timing on that. Basically, in this way, we don't even really have to worry about even attacking this guy, because eventually we'll run him down. Be like a bonus when I hit him with water and lightning at the same time, right? That should be a thing. It should totally be a thing. back up. We have money again. So there's 3 items at this spell vendor. So I'm going to favor items I haven't seen before. So I'm going to want to buy these 2. We got a hook and then a potion. So I guess I'll put the potion on my mage type. 50% chance after melee combo, 20 lightning to target, and it also gives him immunity to lightning. And faster spell recharge. That's pretty good on him. I probably would have wanted that on my other guy just because he does melee combos more often, but on my warrior guy, the hook seems like a pretty good one for a rogue, right? Spell recharge, spell damage, sure. That's not really any spell damage on him. The watch, melee, and melee damage. We're actually going to put that also on our rogue. Yeah, again, you get the best bang for the buck when you're reducing the melee recharge on the one with the longest melee recharge, right? So, and also 3 attacks and you're doing 10% more melee damage. Eventually you should be able to get more off of that as well. 90 gold, 65 gold. So can I even afford both of these? That's 155. I've got 154. I can only buy one of these. So what do I buy? The mushroom or this harness thing? Probably the harness because it's more expensive, right? We're just going with that. And it looks like that guy doesn't have as many things, so I guess I'll just purchase the item on my warrior type. Spell and melee recharge. Alright, I guess, sure. Unfortunately, we have 1 gold. We're 1 gold shy of being able to buy both items. That kind of feels bad. Although, on the other hand, like, the thing that we should worry about more is the fact that we actually can't buy spells right now. We actually don't need the stamina camp. We still haven't been hit. Although we've taken some damage. I'm not sure how we took damage. Took some health damage. Not sure how or when we took damage, but... Alright, so... yeah, we'll just smack this guy. We don't really want to get our guys frozen or extra damage for no reason. Yeah, we'll just do that, and that. And probably one of those. And we'll flip her up there. I kind of want to save that bomb thing for large groups just because it's just so unwieldy to use. I kind of want to get good value out of it. There we saw the first activation on that new item that we just bought for our mage type. So he just got a lot stronger, right, when he's attacking. Guess that's fine. Let me slow down this guy. This guy in the bottom's been stunned for longer, which means he's going to wake up sooner. I'm just going to do this. So do that, and then we're gonna just instant recharge him. So whenever he casts a spell, he gets an instant recharge. Guess I should have flipped that guy down there. Nice. I'll take it. So let's do that, and then that, and that. I think we're gonna have to call it here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to finish. This will be our last world we'll finish tonight. So it is past my bedtime, and I'm sure my wife will get a little bit not happy if I push things very much further. So we'll beat this one last boss and call it a night here. The nice thing about the game is you can pretty much stop wherever you want to. Like, I could stop in the middle of this battle, and I think actually it might push me back to the beginning of this battle, but yeah, or maybe to the last node I went to. I guess that might be a way you could also cheat, where, you know, a node doesn't turn out how you want it to, so you just kind of leave the game. Yeah, let's do this last boss, and we'll finish up another night. Alright, well, we're set up pretty well here. I feel pretty confident about this. This guy conjures a lot of dudes, if I remember right. So his thing is he's gonna try to put a bunch of things in front of us. We want to slow those things down behind him. And try to just, again, like every other boss, we have to get him exactly to 0 stamina and then hit him. So, luckily we've got a lot of things that kind of get us stamina kills, so this guy should be super easy. I'm going to hold off on our AoEs right now. See, now that sucked. This is a boss where you end up doing this round robin thing a lot. Oh, that's right. He also burns everything. I forgot about that. This is one where you can die because you just run out of health.
Epic kill.
So yeah, we're just gonna keep hitting him with stamina attacks here. Going to work. We just have so many stamina reduction spells that this guy should be just ridiculously easy. Plus we had that AoE to clear everything, so things just kind of worked out well for us here. Alright, this is the last one. Okay, so kind of stinks. Actually, you know what we can do is we can just do this.
Epic kill.
Yeah, so I went ahead and used my whatever you call it stuff there, and launched that spell when I wanted it to go because I had that many souls already stored up. I forget what that's called. Basically, these globes are collecting souls, and so I went ahead and just used that. Let's see. We can do it again, actually.
Hexa kill.
Yep. Guessed wrong. Let's just move him closer. Do that. And that. And that seemed like a pretty good hit. Okay, so he's out of stamina now. Forgot about that. We have to really watch our health sometimes in these fights. This one seems to be fine for us. I think again that just depends on the mode that we have it on. I was hoping to hit that guy at the top.
Hexa kill.
There we go. Too easy, right?
Slay. Welcome.
Well, I really appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight, and it's time for me to close down the stream. So if you like this and you want to see some more of Has Been Heroes, we've got plenty of it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. We also have the last couple run-throughs recorded on Twitch. Of course, I also do a lot of Hex coverage, drafts every week, that sort of thing. So if you like what you see, really appreciate it if you subscribe. Until next time, it's Aaron Squire signing off, saying God bless your families. Trying to race too much out there.